Hello, everyone. Today, let's explore a captivating topic that has ignited the curiosity of many. Join me as we uncover 10 intriguing and essential facts about Microsoft that might have slipped under your radar. The first surprising fact is that Microsoft was not the original name. Microsoft easily makes sense and just flows through the tongue. However, you'll be surprised that although this was the first name proposed for the company, it was hyphenated. Microsoft was to be the name of the company. The thinking behind this is that the first ever Windows version, 1.0, was on microcomputers, and the OS was new software. Paul Allen, a co-founder of the company, suggested the name. The second interesting fact about Microsoft is that Microsoft's first ever hardware was a mouse. Mice today have evolved from wired to wireless, and have a bunch of features compared to the first ever mouse from Microsoft. Despite possessing all these features, they still don't come close to Microsoft's first mouse in terms of price. Released in 1993, the mouse was going for a whopping $195. Today, that amount could easily get you a desktop PC. It begs the question, why was the first mouse so pricey? Well, it had applications bundled in, such as Microsoft Word and Notepad. Still, the company didn't make crazy sales as expected. Since then, the PC accessory has evolved, and so has the price. You can easily get low-budget mouse that do a decent job. After all, mouse today are simply navigating tools, and if your mouse is not working, you can easily use your keyboard. The third surprising fact about Microsoft is that Microsoft once helped Apple out of a rubble. How many people do you know that would help their enemies get back on their feet? Well, Microsoft did. In the tech industry, Microsoft and Apple produce similar software and hardware, so they are always competing for a piece of the market. Although Microsoft has been leading for years, Apple is a worthy opponent. In 1997, Apple ran into some financial problems and almost closed shop. Microsoft helped Apple get off the ground when it was on its last legs. Apple was struggling with poor sales and an overly expensive operating system that wasn't catching on with consumers. However, their savior would be Bill Gates, the Microsoft founder who would inject $150 million to save the sinking ship. This move teaches us about healthy competition. Recognizing that you do not kick your opponent when they are down. Bill Gates could have chosen to ignore and build his equally young company at the time, but he didn't. The fourth interesting fact is that Microsoft's startup sound was created on a Mac. You must have heard that distinct startup sound whenever you power up your Windows PC. The startup sound first debuted when Microsoft launched Windows 95 back in 1995. It was a milestone for the company and the world of technology. Brian Eno is the musical genius behind the 6-second sound that has entertained us when we switch on our computers. Amazingly, the talented musician says he created this sound when he was lost in his career. He explains that he had become so engrossed with this project that he created 84 sounds. The most interesting thing about this process is that he used Microsoft's rival, Apple's Mac. When asked about it, his answer was simple. He just never liked PCs. The fifth fact that many may not have been aware of is that the Microsoft original logo was created in a day. If you were to approach a graphic designer and ask them to create a logo for your company in less than 24 hours, they'd probably think you're crazy. This doesn't hold for Microsoft, as its first logo was created in a day. Of course, nobody paid attention to such details back then, but creating a distinct and recognizable logo that will be identified with your company is no small feat. The sixth astonishing fact about Microsoft is that Microsoft was the first to get an offer to buy YouTube. The world's second largest search engine, YouTube, was first offered to Microsoft. In the beginning, it was worth $500 million when it was offered to Microsoft. But later, Google paid double the amount to own YouTube. The seventh interesting fact about Microsoft is that the company holds an extensive portfolio of patents. As the world's largest software company, Microsoft boasts an impressive collection of approximately 59,000 patents in the United States and internationally. Moreover, they have thousands of patents still pending, with a continuous effort to register thousands more every year. The eighth intriguing fact about Microsoft is that the company designed the world's first smartwatch. In 1994, Microsoft collaborated with renowned watchmaking company Timex to introduce the original smartwatch named Timex Datalink. This groundbreaking watch featured an LCD screen and advanced capabilities, allowing users to wirelessly download data from personal computers and store phone numbers in the watch's built-in memory. Despite its innovative features and being worn by NASA astronauts during space missions, the Timex data link did not achieve commercial success. The ninth surprising fact about Microsoft is that the company's stock has undergone 9 splits since its initial public offering in March 1986. With 6 2-for-1 splits and 3 3-for-1 splits, one original Microsoft share would now be equivalent to 288 shares. Microsoft's stock price at its IPO was $21 per share, and as of the current date, a share is valued at approximately $23, making one original share worth over $6,000. And finally, the 10th interesting fact about Microsoft is that the company is known for asking unconventional interview questions. Microsoft has a reputation for posing offbeat and innovative questions during job interviews. One frequently mentioned question is, why is a manhole cover round? While the authenticity of this specific question may vary, Microsoft's interview process is known for its focus on logic puzzles and creative problem solving, such as asking candidates to design a coffee maker for astronauts. This unconventional approach has even influenced other companies, including Google, to adopt similar styles in their interviews. With these 10 surprising facts, you now have a deeper understanding of Microsoft that may have eluded you. Thanks for joining in, and I look forward to having you with me on the next episode.